Hey, and welcome to another season of KnightsTV. I will be your host, Kyle Grimard, for the 2019-2020 season. Now, last year, the London Knights unfortunately dropped a second-round series to the Guelph Storm in 7 games. However, a lot of the nucleus from that team is going to be carrying over into this season. Players like first-round picks Connor McMichael, Liam Foudy, defenseman Alec Regula are going to be huge players for this team moving forward into the season, as well as a lot of second-year players, too, including Antonio Stranges, who's expected to make a very big leap, Luke Evangelista, and Matt Guskov. Now, before the season began, the London Knights did make a couple of additions to the roster. They added import prospect defenseman Kirill Steklov, forward prospect from the Ottawa Senators Jonathan Gruden, and Rangers prospect defenseman Hunter Skinner. Now, the London Knights kicked off their 2019-2020 campaign with their home opener against the Peterborough Petes, and it could not have gotten off to a better start for this Knights defenseman.
Got a piece of that one. Now Skinner again, shoots, he scores!
Hunter Skinner not only scoring the Knights' first goal of the 2019-2020 season, but his first goal as a London Knight. Now, ultimately, the Knights will go on to drop this contest, but Skinner did add his second of the game, and he had a really strong start to the season. And also, Connor McMichael had a really good game as well, putting in a goal and an assist. And the Knights did outshoot Peterborough in this contest 35-23. More often than not, that's going to be a really good trade for London moving forward. And the Knights didn't have a lot of turnaround time as they were back at it the following day, this time on the road against the Barrie Colts, looking for that first win. Ultimately, came up short once again, but Antonio Strange did pot his first of the campaign, while Connor McMichael already added his second to the season. And the Knights did add 39 more shots on net. As the season progresses, this is going to be a very good thing for this team. As these shots continue to go on net, these pucks will start to go in, a very good sign early in the season. Now, before the Knights took the ice once again, they did add a couple of pieces to their back end. Defenseman Alec Regula is back from Detroit Red Wings camp. He will be a huge piece to this team moving forward. Of course, he was a big part of it last year. And they acquired defenseman Ryan Merkley from the Peterborough Petes. Now, Ryan Merkley is a former first-round pick of the San Jose Sharks. He is going to be pivotal for this team moving forward. They did lose a couple of NHL prospects, Evan Bouchard and Adam Boqvist. And those two players paid dividends immediately as the London Knights picked up their first victory of the season with a 6-2 home win over the Erie Otters. Luke Evangelista had a huge game with 3 assists. Antonio Stranges picked up a couple of goals as well. Connor McMichael continued his strong start to the season. And then Regula and Merkley on the back end looked really nice as well. But another player making his Knights debut in this one, goaltender Brett Brochu, and didn't take long for him to make his impact felt.
Winslow up top and again, chance for Lockhart in front of that. What a save, young Brochu! That has got the stands clapping.
Huge save by Brochu there late in the first, preserving the 1-0 lead. And again, he was making his first start as a London Knight. He made 23 stops, and he even picked up an assist in this contest as well. We talked to him after the game and just asked him to describe what it was like playing in front of that London crowd.
Honestly, it was just my job to give the team a chance to win, and that's what I went out and did. And you can't really get nervous because, you know, first game, you know, you're not expected to be playing as well, and you know, and we just went out there and got the win, I guess. So yeah.
And it didn't take long for the London Knights to get back to 500 as they went on the road into Hamilton and came out with a 7-3 victory. Jonathan Gruden scored his first 2 goals in the Ontario Hockey League. Antonio Stranges and Connor McMichael filled out the rest of the scoring for the Knights, capped off by a McMichael hat trick. Now, Brett Brochu got the start in this contest as well, and he picked up 30 saves to go to 2-0 on the season. And so far this season, second-year players for the London Knights have gotten off to a hot start. Luke Evangelista has 5 assists through the first 4 games, and Antonio Stranges already has 7 points. We mentioned him earlier. Connor McMichael has 10 points through the first 4 games, and his 5 goals and 2 assists over the course of the weekend gave him OHL Player of the Week honors. Now, after a slow start, the London Knights got back to 500. Looks like their scoring touch is back, and they're slowly getting into a groove. And they'll look to continue their momentum with another home date, this time against the Ottawa 67s, the first time these two teams are going to be playing. Now, the Knights are going to have the remainder of the weekend off before a following Friday matchup at home once again versus the Owen Sound Attack. For KnightsTV, I'm Kyle Grimard.